All right, well, we got the engine in there, mocked up, got the transmission hooked up, and just to make sure that I was correct on what the drive shaft needed to be shortened. So I'm pretty sure that 7 1/4 is going to be it. I hope that's right because Daphne is on her way to take it. I'm having her pick up a bracket to go from across here. I'm going to come all the way to like this this rivet here and this one, and they go all the way across to the same two, this rivet and this rivet, and band-aided on top here. And then when I get to wherever like right here, I'm going to cut this one out a little bit more, going that way, maybe another inch or so. Whenever I get to there, the top piece, I'll just kind of cut it out a little bit to go around the engine. And then it'll be bolted on, so if there is a need to take it off for installation or taking it out or anything like that, we can do that. She's going to grab some bits. I've got to drill those two holes, and then down here on the bottom, that one there, I've got to drill that out on the bracket because there's a hole there through the frame for the hanger, for the spring hanger. So she's going to go do that. While she does that, I need to think about this. This fork housing is not the fork housing that came on this transmission. No problem, whatever. But the fork housing that came on this transmission is a forward shift because it was on a cab over. So the shifter would set forward of this. So that might be beneficial to me because I'm going to be 1 1/4, 7 1/4 inches back. So my shifter was, you can see the seat, it was about right here. So now it's going to be like back here. So I can bend the shifter, but it might be, I'm not going to get 7 1/4 inches out of, the other deal. So I've got to kind of figure out what I want to do there. For this, the core support that came with this truck, this engine for the bus, if you've seen the other video, it has this offset. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, it's spot welded. I'm going to drill the spot welds out, and I'm going to turn this around for the other way so that it sets out instead of in. And that way I don't have to move that bracket because it's kind of a mess around to move that bracket. To move this bracket, I would have to cut this out and cut it up here in order to bring it over here because it saddles the spring hanger here. So, and then and then my brake line, I'd have to figure out some kind of brace for that. So I think it's best if I can leave it right here. All I need is about 3 inches. So, and that offset will give me that turned around. So yeah, I think that I think we'll be good to go. She's getting the flywheel resurfaced. She's getting that brace made for me to go across there, and getting the drive shaft shortened. And then while she's gone, I'm probably going to power wash this, and I'm going to take this off, this oil filter housing. I'm going to put a plate there for a remote mount, because I'm going to put an HX40 turbo on here, and the pipe comes straight down and then it'll go straight across. The way they done it on these engines is the pipe kind of comes down like this and comes way up here and then comes back down. It's kind of retarded, and I don't want that turbo anyways because it's very, very small. So, and then I have a bolt broke off in here. So I really want to get that out. All I have is a little stick welder, and sometimes I can get them out, and sometimes I just really can't. So I don't know, it might be a shot in the dark. My fear is breaking more off. That's really my fear. So, but if I'm, really gentle with it, maybe I can get them out. So yeah, got to get new belts for it too.